Right. Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you again for joining our free online lesson. My name is Nabi Fikri, an application engineer from iCAD Systems. So for today's topic, I would like to share with you about the 3D annotation inside of Inventor. Right. So usually people can use 2D annotations when they want to create documentations. But inside Inventor, you can also create a 3D annotations which have dimensions, several other annotations on different type of plane. So this is what our agenda for today. So first of all, we're just going to add some dimension annotations. Then we're just going to modify a bit on the annotations. Later on, we're going to take a look at the text styles. Maybe I need to change the scale of the text. Right? Then we're going to create a view, right? So a view list, which different view have different type of annotations. Then we're going to add more annotations. Then lastly, we're going to transfer into 2D and export into 3D PDF. Right, so let me share my Inventor. So this is the sample files, right, which already create for the 3D annotation. So it looks like a normal file, but if I go into my view here, so I can drop down and I have front view, top and side view. So when I click front view, so it gives me the front view along with the annotation. Top view have different annotations and side view have different annotations. And bear in mind, this is actually a 3D annotation. So if I go into the home, so I can actually rotate. So if I change back to the front view, so I can see the annotation from different angles. Right, so to start off, I'm going to use one example, right, which is this one. So to add our 3D annotation, so first of all, you can go to the annotation tab from the top here, and then you can click on any type of annotation that you want to add. So I'm going to start with the dimensions. So when I click dimensions, and click line here, and then it gives me this dimension that I can pick. Right? So I can click at the edge. I can also click at the points, maybe this point to this point right here. So it gives me this type of angles. Right? I can also click at the edge. I can click also at the faces. Maybe I would like to see the distance between this face to the other face, and I have this type of distance. Now, when I click at the multiple type of plane here, is that I can also specify the type of plane for the dimension to be put. So for this case, you put right at the back here. Maybe I would like this to be aligned with this line here. So you can click at the dimension again. So put it over here. So you give me direction at the back. So I can click spacebar, and then it will allow me to align to different plane. Right? So I can click spacebar, or I can also right click and I can select change to next candidate planes. So different plane has been added from there. I can press that. So other things is that I can also change the orientation. So for example, when I put over here, so the dimension is actually vertically downwards. So maybe I would like to make it horizontal. Right? So for this case, let me just change my spacebar first. So I would like to be horizontal. So what I can do is that I can press the tab key, and it will allow me to change the orientation of this text here, right? But for my case here, when I press tab key, it does not change. Right? So this is a known bug. So if it does not change whatsoever, you can do is that you can change your unit style. So to change that, you can go to the tools, other documentation settings, then you can change the annotation style from here, right? So currently my standard is set to ASME. So let me change to ISO instead. So when I try back again, right? So when I change to ISO, you can see there are changes in the annotation itself. And when I add the annotations, I can press tab key, and it should allow me to rotate my my text, right? My numbers. So that is the alignments of the text itself. So other thing is that I can also realign with different plane, right? So for this case, let's say I will delete this one and this one. So let's say I would like to create this one, but the plane here, I don't want to start from the back here. I would like to start with the front here. So we can also do that. So when I click here, yeah, press spacebar, and I would like to bring this to the front here. So what I can do is that I can right click and I can select the slide annotation plane. So I can select this plane here and then it will bring to the front here instead. Right? So you can see it's both forwards and it's rotates. So this is also something that we can actually accomplish when adding the annotations. Now, let's say if I have my annotations, and I will do is that I would like to change the size itself. Right? So one of the methods that you can change from the scale factor. Right? So you can go to the manage, and they should have the scale here. Right? So for that, for my case here, it does not appear to allow me to change. But if I use different example from here, so under this file, I should be able to change the size from here. Right? Say I want to make it with 1, so you can see the scale has been changed, maybe 5 to 1. Right? So maybe I make it slightly smaller back again. Right? So that some of the things that you can basically change from that. Right? Now, let's say if I would like to make more adjustment. Right, so for this case, if I just use the scale, I'm just going to allow me to scale the size only. Maybe I would like to change the font. Maybe I would like to change the text style, right, or the text height. So the text color. So what you can do is that you can also change it from the manage. And then you can go to the style editor, and then you can change the text style from here. So I'm going to go to the style editor. And if I go to text here, so I have multiple type of text that I can select from here. But the correct one will be the text which has the 3DA here, which is actually stand for 3D annotation, right? So again, I also need to specify the standard that I've selected. So for my text here, I've used the ISO standard, and it should allow me to change based on the value from here. So currently my font is Tahoma. Maybe I would like to make it slightly smaller, and I would like to change to different font. Right? So this font formula, and I can press save. So maybe just save and close. Then you see that the font is now has been changed. Right? Again, you just need to make sure you selecting the correct text style. Right? Maybe I would like to make it bold and also italic. So save and close, and it will change that. Right? So maybe the text is slightly too small, too big, so you can just change the text height from here. So it's much more easier compared to the scale itself. However, when you edit from here, you can only edit the text only. Maybe you would like to edit the dimension itself, such as this arrow here. Right? So for that case, you need to specify on the dimension style, right? Which is not available from here, but it is still available from the 2D drawing, right? So we will take a look on that later. Right. So we have taken a look on that. Now, let's say if I have some problem, maybe I still somehow need to use I still need to use the annotation from here, right? Maybe I need to use SME, which for some reason it does not allow me to change. So when I press tab, it will not allow me to rotate this one. So again, what you can do is that you can edit directly from the, so let me just delete this one first. You can delete this, you can edit this based on the dimension style. So to do that, I need to go to the 2D drawings. So I'm going to right click, I'm going to create a new drawing. I don't need to specify anything here, so I'm just going to cancel. So I'm just going to access from the manage here, the style editor, and from here I should have the list for the dimension. So if I take a look here, and now I have the dimension and the list of dimension. If you don't see the dimension for the 3DA here, so you must make sure to select to all styles. Right? By default, it should be local styles, so you should not be able to see the 3DA. So just go ahead and change to all styles. Now you can change it from here. So for my case here will be default and C, right, the 3DA from here, and I would like to orientate that. So more than just orientate, so multiple type of editing that you can do from here. You can just access from here. Maybe I would like to change my display text or display line here. Right? Maybe I would like to change to different terminators. Right? Maybe make it flare, for examples. Now, what I would like to do is that I would like to change the orientation. So I'm going to go ahead and change from here. And I'm going to hit save and close. Now, when you hit save and close, you need to save first. So otherwise it will not work. So in order for you to save, you must make sure that your project style library, right, your project style library is read-write. Right, so if it's read-only, then you need to close everything. Then you need to right-click and edit. Then make sure to select read-write. Right, only read-write allow you to save. Right, now I can hit save. Yes to all. Yeah, okay. Then if I go back here, and all I need to do is that I need to specify, I need to click the update part, and then this one will update everything. Now it will update your text and your also animation part. So I may have select different one, but if you select the correct one, it should allow to update that. Right. So that is the text. So other things from the annotation itself, so we have added dimensions. So you can click, then you can select different type of dimensions. So maybe you want to use lines, or maybe you want to have a horizontal or vertical, right? So you can also just right click and you can specify the dimension style or dimension type from here. So other things you can also specify for the radius and also dimension. So same with the normal method when you added a constraint dimensions or the 2D dimensions. Right? So same method that you can select from here. Maybe I'd like to make it diameter instead. Right? So maybe I would like to specify different planes. Right? I can specify different alignments, so I can just control that. Right. So other things that dimensions, I can also have access to tolerance. I can add tolerance from here, for examples. And then I have a few more editing tools that I can use from here. Maybe I don't want to have a datum, so I can turn off the datums. Maybe I want this. Maybe I want to change it into B. So different settings you can actually add from here. So other things, you can also add a hole, right? So if I click hole, so automatically it will give you the diameter as well as the cut, right? The cut length, right? So other things that we can see from here, we also have promote dimension. So what this does is that it's allowed to automatically convert the dimension that you create on the parameter that you can bring it from here. For example, let me just delete all of the dimension first and just delete. Now I would like to bring that I have created from the sketch, right? So this type of dimension, I would like to bring it into 3D annotations. So from here, I can just select promote dimensions. I can select geometry. And then it will bring that 3D dimension from the parameter. So I've selected this geometry. I can select more, maybe this one as well, maybe this one as well. So it will bring more geometry. And then to specify which one that you want to keep, then you can click the dimension from here. Then you can just select the one that you require. So then it will bring that. So once you're done, you can just press OK. And now it has converted into 3D annotation. Right? So that is promote dimensions. Also, some other things that you can do from here, you can add also for the leaders, right? You can add a welding symbol. Right? So by the way, welding symbol is actually a new feature inside of Inventor 2025. So if you don't see it, so probably because you have an older version of Inventor, so you can just download a new version of Inventor. You should be able to have access to welding symbol from here. Right? Maybe I would like to weld from here. And I can put the information directly from. So weld symbols. And if I take a look back from here, so other things that I can do is that I have a note right on the top over here. So this one you can actually access from the general notes. So if I go back here and I would like to add some notes somewhere down here or here, so I can go to the notes here and I can select general notes. I can specify which direction that I want. Maybe I would like to on the top here, and I can put the value from here. Maybe I would like to bring the information from the parameters, and I can select type of parameters. Or maybe I just want to add my own type of information from here, right? Maybe. So once I'm done, I can just press OK, and it will pop up at the top from here. Right? So that is some notes that you can add. And now, to bring back on different view, right? Like I mentioned, I can show you before here. So I have default view, basically no dimension from here. I can go to the front view. I have dimension specifically for the front. I have one for the top side view. So what you can do is that you can actually create your different view, right? And then you can basically bring that over here. So for that case, to have access, you can go here, then you can see the view, can right click, and then you can select new view. So I'm just going to name this one as a view front. And I'm going to add some more, say view top, for example. And also let's say view side, for example. Now what I would like to do is that I would like to have a front view, and the top view will have different view. So to have that particular control, you can find that on the annotation panel from here. So this is the list of your annotations. So maybe currently I'm using the front view. So I want everything except for these two here, because this is not for the front view. So I can find back under the annotations, which is this one and this one, right? So these two, so I can just turn this one off. Right, so this one I'm not sure. So this one also I don't need, so I'm just going to do this one off. So and then I go back to the top view. So the top view, I don't need all of this. So I'm going to turn this one off. And I'm going to add a new one, which is specifically for this one. So only the top should be able to see this one. But of course, when you first time adding this type of symbols, it's going to add for all of your views. So I need to go back to my front view, and then I need to turn off that view that I don't need to be appeared on my front view. So that is how you can control top view have different annotations, front view have annotations, so you can create multiple type of view. Now to finish up the annotations, so to export it out, so you can export to 3D PDF. Another thing is that you can also export into 2D. So I'm going to start with 2D first. So let's say I have the example from here, and I would like to bring it into the 2D drawing. So I'm going to right click and create 2D drawing view. And then I can specify the view that I would like to use from here. We make it slightly bigger. Now, to bring that dimension that I create on the 3D, so all I need to do is that I can click at the gear button from here, and I can select include the 3D annotations. I can click OK, and it will bring that 3D annotations that I have. Right? So this one probably different view. So I should have multiple view. Right? So for this case, right, so the reason why I don't see it because I'm on the side view. So I'm going to change into front view. So make sure it is on for the 3D annotations. When I press OK, so multiple view, multiple annotation has been bring over here. Right? So same goes with different different view. So this one, so I need to specify this one should be from the top view. Then I'm going to bring the 3D annotation from there. So the 3D annotation has been on. This one as well. This one will be from the side. And same goes with this one as well. So this one will be the ISO. Include 3D annotation. So the 3D annotation has been added for. Right, so that is for the 2D. So however, what if you just want to export a PDF, which is a 3D PDF, and you also would like to include all of this particular view and also the dimensions. So you can also do that. So if I go back to my 3D dimension from here, so I have the 3D PDF that I can export from here, or I can also go to the files and I can select export 3D PDF. So when I click over here, so I have a few type of information that I can bring. So I'd like to bring all of my view. And then I have these properties that I can select. Maybe I don't need everything, so I can just turn off. So any information that I would like to bring, so I can just basically control from here. And then I can select publish. So keep in mind, when you publish your 3D PDF, the 3D PDF can only be viewed when using the Adobe PDF, right? Adobe Acrobat. So you cannot open up this 3D PDF on the Microsoft Edge or Foxy either, because if you open that, so you will have something like this, so you cannot see. So this can only be viewed if you have Acrobat Reader. So let me just open up the file that I saved, should be on this area here, this one, right? So if I try to open it with Foxy Reader, okay, it's still empty, right? So you need to use Acrobat Reader. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to select Adobe Acrobat. Right, so this is basically what you can see. Right, so this is basically PDF but 3D. Right, so allow you to view 3D. So I have different view. So I have different view. The different view will give me different annotation. Right, so that is basically the 3D annotation for Inventor. Right, so that will be the end of our session for today. So I hope this is useful for you guys, and I hope I can see you guys on our next video lessons. So have a nice day and bye-bye.